Well, I'm Mr. Henlin Thang Thang Let, Chairman Kuki-Zo Council. And here is a spokesperson, Mr. Ginja Bolzong, Dr. Reverend G.S. Gangte. He's the Treasurer, Kuki-Zo Council. And Mr. Lin Mate, he's the Vice Chairman of Kuki-Zo Council. Well, today, I'd like to thank the press today. Yes, I agreed that the Kuki-Zo has made a great mistake in killing the 6 Kachanaga civilians, which is made out of emotion. That I really criticize it. But however, the world, a country has labeled a Kuki-Zo as a very wicked tribe or a very bad tribe. But I would like to clarify that since the conflict with the Nagas of Manipur, I would like to question the government, the people of India, and the people of Manipur, and the Nagas as well. Because initially, this conflict sparked with one drunkard Tangkul boy who was beaten up and was, in fact, taken up to the village authority to apologize as per the custom and tradition. However, due to outside interference, that could not happen. And I'm very sorry about this. So all this started with all these things. And then later on, 2 Kuki-Zo men were killed. And then on the other hand, the Kuki-Zo who has held hostage of 21% has been released without any condition. Then again there is an ambush and which killed 3 pastors as well as injured 4. That trigger and with emotion, as I've told it earlier, as I've said it earlier, they have killed out of emotion. I'm very sorry for that, and I apologize on behalf of my people. But let's see, till now, our village has been torched, and 14 people have been murdered by the Kachanagas and the Tangkuls till so far. Whereas we have killed out of emotion that 6 Naga civilian. Imagine who has caused more murder, who has torched more villages up till now and so far and even today. I'd like to point out that in Ukrul, a Kuki-Zo villages has grouped themselves in 3 places, that is in Chasat, Phaikok, and IC. And the Tangkul Nagas refuse to sell the essential goods such as grains, dals, or medicines to the Kuki-Zo people. So, at this time when I see all these things, I have requested the governor, of course, no doubt, some rices and dals has been given to them. But that was not sufficient. Now they are still struggling with this. And I've requested the government of India and the government of Manipur to give sufficient rice, dal, mustard oil, whichever medicine to those 3 villages where grouping is there. As the Tangkul Nagas refuse to or they are not allowed to purchase anything from their side. And then number two, in Leilong area, there is no rice, there is no supply, especially in Kotlian areas. So that is also be taken care of. And I've spoke to the Honorable Governor yesterday, mentioned about the difficulties what the Kuki-Zo has meted out of this conflict. As such, I'd like to request and I'd like to question the whole of the world. Are we wicked? Are we bad? Are the Kuki-Zos are the bad person who has murdered 6? Or the Manipur Nagas who has already murdered 14 Kuki-Zos? Are they better than us? Why label us as a bad and wicked persons? That is why I'd like to clarify that it is not as what you think. I therefore would like to request that you should, after this my interview, after this press meet, you give it to the world and so that we are not as bad as they call us, or they call us cannibals. Not so. We did not do it. So the main course of this press meet, I'll hand over to spokesperson of KZC, Mr. Ginza Wolzong.
Thank you, Chairman KZC. Today, the Kuki-Zo Council is organizing this press conference to express and to draw attention from the government of India, the government of Manipur, and the general public that a series of development that have caused deep concern for us, for the Kuki-Zo people, which erode the confidence that we have with the administration and the government. So, our chairman has already summarized some of the points. I will like to go through the points one by one. And we'll be handing out this press handout after the press conference to all the media people. The first point I would like to point out is on equal justice and accountability for all victims. Like our chairman said, we condemn the killing of the 6 Naga hostages. The incident was unacceptable and it was neither authorized or approved by any of Kuki-Zo organization or leaderships. So those responsible for killing the 6 hostages, Naga hostages, must be identified and brought to justice through a transparent and fair investigation. At the same time, we would like to point out that there's a killing of 14 innocent Kuki-Zo people, including the 3 pastors, by suspected NSCN-IM and ZUFK militants since 11 March 2026. So these 14 Kuki-Zo that were killed do not receive the kind of attention which the 6 Naga hostages received. And there is no urgency and investigation in trying to find out the culprits who are behind this, the killing of these 14 Kuki-Zo people. So, at the same time, not only 14 Kuki-Zo lives have been lost, there are more than 45 houses in 8 Kuki-Zo villages were burned by the same group of people. So, in this press handout, we have attached annexer, the list of the 14 people that are killed. The details of that you will find it in the attachment. Also, I'd like to point out that we appreciated the United Naga Council, UNC, in releasing the 14 Kuki-Zo hostages, and we are really thankful for that. At the same time, we also need to understand and point out that on 10 March 2026, 21 Naga hostages were held by Kuki-Zo groups. But on the request of the people, of the government, as a gesture of goodwill, we have released these 21 Naga hostages also. So both the group, the Kuki-Zo side and the Naga side, did demonstrate their good gestures in showing restraints and goodwill at these critical moments. So justice must be applied to all communities, irrespective of which community they are from. The culprit must be booked or investigated, and equal justice must be given. There should not be like you're not paying attention or not giving enough investigation or attention to the Kuki-Zo people. So the justice or the investigation has to apply to all communities, irrespective of who they are. I'd like to come to point number 2, which is about selective security operations and harassment of villagers. So recently we have seen harassment, intimidation by security forces operation in the name of operation. Many villages and villagers have been harassed and intimidated. And I would also like to point out that security forces, including CRPF, Cobra, and other paramilitary units, have conducted operations in sensitive area like the Ebenezer camp, the Sioux camp, and Leilon villages without proper coordination with the concerned leaders of the SO group or with the village authority. So such kind of action undermine the confidence of the people, and these lead to unnecessary tension on the ground, and also it lowers the confidence of the people in the government. Also, after the killing of the 6 Naga hostages, we also noticed that security, there are extensive security operations in the Kuki-Zo area. At the same time, there are very little action taken against the Naga militants like NSC and IM and ZUF Kamsong group, who are suspected to be responsible for the killing of the 14 Kuki-Zo people. So there should not be any selective security operation. It has the operation has to be done on all sides. Let me come to point number 3. Failure to protect Kuki-Zo villages and questions of administrative accountability. KZC is very concerned over the continued attack of the Kuki-Zo villages, especially in Kangpupi areas. In this regards, the SP of Kangpupi, Sri Rahul Gupta, is reportedly, we receive a report that he is not stationing in Kangpupi district. He seems to be stationed in other places. As the head of law and order institution, he is expected to station in Kangpupi and protect the people of Kangpupi. However, things seems to be opposite. As he was not stationed in Kangpupi, many villages under Kangpupi district received many attacks. Some villages are burned, and at least 4 or 5 people lost their life. So this is a concern. So administrative of the district administration need to be accountable also, need to take responsibility, and they need to protect the people in their districts. Let me come down to point number 4, which is about denial of medical access and humanitarian concern. So on 15 June 2026, early in the morning, Leilon village was under attack by suspected NSCN, IM and ZUF-K militants. 3 Kuki-Zo youths were seriously injured and they were brought to RIMS hospital in Imphal. And among the 3 people, one of the injured was Pagolal Chongloy, who is the member of Mohan Bagan Super Giant Club. And at this time, we got a report that his injury is very serious and he needs to be taken to a higher medical facility for advanced treatment, owing to the severity of his injury. So as we all know, when these 3 Kuki-Zo youth were brought to RIMS in Imphal, there was a huge protest against their treatment, and they were not allowed treatment in the hospital in the capital of Manipur. And eventually, the security forces have to transfer them to Churachandpur District Hospital in the early hour of the day. So, this is a serious concern. It indicates that the Kuki-Zo people do not receive equal treatment in Manipur. So healthcare is all should be accessible by everyone, despite of the community they are from. But in this case, the Kuki-Zo people cannot enjoy the medical facility in public institution during this difficult time. Point number 5 is about continued economic and humanitarian hardships. The Kuki-Zo people, particularly in the district of Kangpokpi, Ukhrul and Kamjong district, continue to suffer immense hardship in terms of essential commodities due to the ongoing disruption of transportation and supplies. There are reports which indicate that Kuki-Zo villages such as Chasat and IC in Kamjong district, they were prevented from buying essential commodities by the member of the Tangkhul Naga committee. Also, we got a report that people from Kotlin and Leilon areas of Kangpokpi district do not receive any kinds of supplies from outside. So, if someone is denied buying of essential commodities or food, and it is violating, it is a grave violation of our fundamental rights, and this is a serious violation. The Kuki-Zo people are being denied as something which is as simple as essential commodities. So this is a violation of our fundamental rights. So currently, the roads are being blocked in 2 locations. One in, both of them are in a Naga-dominated areas in Senapati, one, and secondly in Namdilong, which is in Imphal West district. So this is severely affecting the transportation of food, medicine, fuel, and other essential commodities. So as a result, the Kuki-Zo civilians are facing serious humanitarian challenges, with many families struggling to access even the most basic necessity of life. I would like to recall that whenever the Kuki-Zo community do a highway blockage, the authority, especially the security forces, are being deployed quickly, and we are asked to clear the roads and restore movement. What we would like to question here is that why similar action has not been taken to ensure free and unhindered movement through the routes affected in Senapati and Namdilong? Why is the authority not clearing this blockage? So, our key demands, the Kuki-Zo Council call upon the Government of India and the Government of Manipur to, point number 1, ensure impartial investigation and prosecution of all incidents of violence, including the killing of the 6 Naga hostages, 14 Kuki-Zo civilians, and the burning of Kuki-Zo villages. Point number 2, the government should take firm and decisive action against militant groups responsible for attack on civilian, including NSNIM and ZUFK, and conduct comprehensive investigation into locations suspected of sheltering these outfits, such as Ireng Naga, Konsakul, Sikibung, Serekhong, and other identified areas. The government should end selective security operation and ensure that law enforcement actions are carried out fairly, professionally, and without bias against any communities. The government should open all blocked routes in Naga-dominated areas and ensure unhindered access to healthcare services, food supplies, medicine, fuel, and other essential commodities for affected population. The government should restore public confidence by ensuring accountability within the administrative and security apparatus by protecting all vulnerable villages irrespective of ethnicity. The government should protect all villages. They should not be allowed to be burned or to be attacked. So in conclusion, over the past 3 years, the Kuki-Zo people have suffered tremendously. We've been repeatedly attacked from both the Meitei and the Naga communities of Manipur. Our people have been killed, our homes looted and burned, our places of worship desecrated and burned, and tens of thousands are displaced from their home. Despite repeated appeals, this act of violence, intimidation continues till today. In spite of all these challenges, the Kuki-Zo people are open to dialogue. We are talking to the government so that there can be some kind of solution. So, in spite of the fact that the central government have installed a government in Manipur, the Kuki-Zo people are still we continue to face attack, we continue to lose life. Our homes are still burned. So, it indicates that we are not safe here in Manipur. That's why all these atrocities and tremendous hardships that we face indicate that we can no longer live under a system that has consistently failed to protect our life, rights and dignity. So, the demand for a separate administration in the form of union territory and with legislature is therefore not merely a political aspiration, but it has now become a necessity born out of our experience and continued suffering. So, we request the Government of India to recognize the gravity of the situation and address not only the immediate security concern, but also the underlying political issue that have emerged through this prolonged conflict. Lasting peace, justice, and stability can only be achieved through a durable political solution to address the legitimate aspiration of the Kuki-Zo people and guarantee our security, identity, and future. Thank you.